Hey, sweetheart, I need you to really listen to this message. Please, just pause everything else for a moment and give me your full attention, because what I have to share with you is serious. More serious than anything I've ever had to say to you before. I've been going over this in my head for what feels like forever, trying to find the perfect words, the perfect time. But I finally realized there's no such thing. No moment will ever feel right to say what I'm about to say, so I'm saying it now, before fear makes me bury it again. I'm shaking even writing this, because I know it could change the way you see me. I know it could break something between us that I may never be able to fix. There's a real risk that once you hear this, you might not want to stay. And that idea, that I could lose you after everything we've been through, terrifies me more than anything. But I also know that keeping this from you, hiding it and pretending everything is fine, is not love. That's fear. And I love you far too much to let fear run the show. So please, before anything else, just know this. I'm coming to you with truth. Not because I want pity. Not because I'm trying to manipulate your feelings. But because I believe in what we have. I believe in us enough to risk telling the truth, even when it hurts. Even when it might cost me everything. You see, I've made a terrible mistake. One I deeply regret. And it's been weighing on me so heavily that I feel like I'm slowly collapsing under the pressure. I didn't tell you earlier, not because I wanted to lie or deceive you, but because I was ashamed. I was scared of how you'd react, of how you might look at me differently or worse, walk away. But here it is, the truth in its rawest form. I borrowed money from the wrong people. I know how that sounds. I know it probably triggers every red flag in your mind. But I wasn't gambling. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I wasn't being reckless for fun. I was trying to survive. Things got tight, tighter than I could handle, and I panicked. I felt cornered, desperate, and afraid. I didn't want to come to you with yet another problem, another burden to add to your already full plate. So I tried to fix it on my own. I thought I was strong enough to handle it, but I wasn't. And now, I'm drowning in it. The debt has grown out of control. It's no longer something I can just figure out quietly. It's become a suffocating weight, pressing on my chest every second of every day. I feel like I'm gasping for air, barely managing to keep my head above water, and all the while pretending like everything is normal when I'm with you. Smiling when I feel like screaming. Laughing when all I want to do is cry. This burden has been slowly tearing me apart from the inside. And worse, it's been affecting us. Maybe you've noticed me being distant, moody, restless. Maybe you felt the space I've tried to hide behind fake calmness. That wasn't you. That was the storm inside me, spilling into the quiet moments we used to share so easily. I didn't want to drag you into this darkness, but the truth is, it's already affecting our relationship. The stress, the guilt, the fear. It's bleeding into everything. And I can't carry this alone anymore. I've considered doing things I never thought I'd consider. Things I'm ashamed to even admit to myself. That's how desperate I've become. There have been moments, dark, terrifying moments, where I questioned whether I'd ever find a way out of this. Whether I'd already ruined everything. Whether you'd be better off without me. But in those moments, the thought of you always pulled me back. The sound of your voice, your laugh, the way you look at me like I matter. That's what kept me from falling off the edge. You're the reason I'm still here, still trying, still hoping. I'm not telling you this to make you feel responsible. I'm not putting this burden on you. What I need, what I'm begging for, is your understanding, your support, your presence. I need you to know the truth because I love you too deeply to keep hiding behind lies. I know you might feel hurt that I didn't come to you sooner. that I kept this hidden for so long, and I won't defend that choice. I was wrong. I let my pride and fear get in the way. I convinced myself that protecting you meant keeping you in the dark. But love doesn't live in the dark. And if we're going to move forward, I need to be transparent completely. I've always admired your strength, your clarity, your ability to stand in the truth even when it's uncomfortable. And that's why I believe you'll understand, not necessarily agree with my choices, but understand the fear behind them. Understand that I wasn't trying to betray your trust. I was trying to protect you in a broken, misguided way. This is me, stripping everything down. No more masks. No more excuses. Just me and my truth. And now I need to ask you something that may not be fair. I need to ask you to stay. Stay with me, even though I'm flawed. Even though I'm scared. Even though I made mistakes. Stay, not because you're obligated to, but because you still believe in what we can build together. I don't expect you to have all the answers. I don't even expect you to know what to say right now. I just need you to be here, to not walk away when things get hard. Because this is the part of the love story they don't put in movies. The messy part, the complicated part, the part where two people decide that their bond is stronger than any storm. I want to make this right. I want to repair the damage I've done, both financially and emotionally. I've already started looking for solutions, payment plans, side work, anything that can help dig me out. But I can't do it in silence anymore. I need my partner. I need you. I still see a future with you. I still dream about building a life together, about making memories that aren't tainted by secrets. I still want to hold your hand when we're old and gray and say, we made it. Even through the worst of it, we made it. That's the future I want. That's the future I'm fighting for. And I believe, with every part of me, that we can still have that if we choose to face this moment with love, not fear. You've always been the one I could be my real self with, the one person who sees through the surface and into my soul. That's why I'm coming to you now, bearing the parts of me I used to be ashamed of, hoping that you'll still see something worth loving underneath it all. Maybe you'll need time to process this. Maybe you'll need space. I will respect that. I don't want to pressure you. But if you can find it in your heart to forgive me, to stand beside me as I fix this, I promise you this. I won't waste the second chance. I'll do whatever it takes to make things right, not just financially, but emotionally. I'll earn back the trust I've shaken. I'll rebuild every cracked piece of the foundation I damaged. And I'll never, ever let a secret sit between us again. This experience has changed me. It's humbled me, broken me in some ways, but it's also made me realize what truly matters. And that's you. Us. This love we've built. This home we've created in each other's hearts. That's the only thing worth holding on to. The only thing I refuse to lose. So here I am, laying it all out. No shields, no defenses. Just a person in love, asking the one they love to stay, not out of pity, but out of hope. Hope that love really can survive even the hardest truths. If you're angry, I'll understand. If you're hurt, I'll sit with that pain and not run from it. If you cry, I'll hold your heart as gently as I can. But if you choose to stay, if you choose to take this broken piece of our journey and make it a stepping stone instead of a wall, then I promise you, we'll come out of this stronger than ever. I love you more than these words can ever express. And I'm sorry for the mistake, for the silence, for not trusting you enough to share this sooner. But I'm here now, fully present, fully honest, and ready to walk through this if you'll walk with me. Whatever you decide, I'll always carry your love inside me. But I pray that this isn't the end of our story. I pray it's just the turning point. With all my heart, forever yours.